Alright, let's play another game of chess. I was so disappointed with my game earlier today that I decided I had to play another one. I lost to an opponent over 200 points below my rating level who gave me two clear opportunities for tactics. Okay, 1d5. I don't think we've seen this in my channel yet. Lately I've been playing d5 against 1d4. I don't like what I've been getting after playing knight f6 right away. So, okay, so this is his bad bishop. He's probably going to look to get rid of it. I'm going to play e6. I like to play c5 to try and trade. Okay, so I like to play c5 to try and trade a worse pawn for his better pawn, but by playing c3, he's just saying, okay, well, I'll turn my weaker c pawn into a strong d pawn. So we'll just meet that with knight c6. And okay, this is good bishop. I am going to play bishop e7. Let's see his rating. He's playing fast, 1669. Okay, so my very similar rating level. Usually the strong players don't play this fast, stronger. Okay, if I castle, he can bring his queen to c2, hitting h7. I don't want to play rook b8 because of his bishop, but I do want to castle. Okay, is there anything wrong with knight h5? Knight h5 gives me the bishop pair, it looks like. Knight h5, he could play bishop g5, bishop takes, knight takes, queen takes. Then do I lose a pawn? So let's castle as I think about that. Knight h5, bishop g5. Okay, so he just played h3 to prevent knight h5. Let's get my bishop developed. We want to keep the tension here. Okay, so he's probably thinking about an eventual knight b3. It's hard to tell so far. I could play queen b6, hitting b2, which is a weakness of his. I could also play knight e4. And he can't play knight takes e4 because then I'd fork some pieces. Let's go ahead and move my rook to c8. Maybe not. Rook e8. Rook c8. Yeah, rook c8. I think this c file is going to open. So rook c8 doesn't look like a bad move. Now I could even play queen a5. I think I'm going to play queen a5. Let's see what he does here. Okay, bishop back. Not the worst decision. I think I might put rook f to d8 and then knight e4. Rook f to d8, c takes. And he might play knight b3 attacking my queen, but my queen can just move to b6, it looks like. I might even want to start expanding on the queen side. Maybe play b5. Okay, knight e5 he plays. And what to play here? Let's see what he does after I take. Let's take, open up some lines. Alright, so he takes. Now I could play knight b4. Knight b4, which hits d3, followed by bishop b5. I could also play bishop b4. Bishop b4, his knight goes here. Bishop b4, knight d, f3, bishop b5, threatening his rook, bishop d3, knight takes. Alright, this looks good. This looks good. He could also play e4, but I'm more developed than he is. So if he plays e4 with the idea, okay. Good move that I didn't see. Knight b3. Okay, and now I gotta keep my bishop handy so he doesn't play knight c5. Alright, now it's getting a little shaky. But I think queen b6 is okay. If he plays something like a3, that's completely fine. Okay, this is okay. He just took my bad bishop in a closed position, so I'm okay with this. The question is, do I capture with the knight? I don't think I want to capture with the knight. Although I could, and then press e5, but that opens up lines for his bishops. This isn't a move I should take too much time on. I'm going to go ahead and capture with the rook. Maybe I want the rook. Yeah, let's go with the knight. Because maybe I want the rook to come to the e file to push e5 eventually. We'll see. But right now he has a bad dark squared bishop that I'm not too worried about. Capturing with the knight also. Okay. So now he's threatening checkmate. And we are not going to play something like g6 because then his dark squared bishop can become strong. So we're just going to go ahead with knight back to f6. Excuse me, he wasn't threatening checkmate actually, but he's threatening a strong attack. And maybe I'll play bishop f8 and then g6. That's a possibility. Something that looks good for me is knight a5, because then I can threaten knight c4. He might just go ahead and trade his knight after that. Okay. So now he's about to probably win a pawn, I'm seeing. Unless I have some tricks up my sleeve, which I don't. Okay, so it looks like bishop takes, pawn takes. Yeah, let's bring the bishop back. We'll go ahead and take the bishop back. Now my bishop will be on f6, and he'll play queen takes h7, king f8. But I'll have some counterplay. Oh wait, he wants to bring this knight in. Okay, I got to be careful about that too. Knight c5 is what I have to be careful about. So I think an immediate... Huh. Well, shucks. I might have to play e5 here. e5, when his pawn takes, my bishop takes, so that his knight doesn't have a support square right here. Ugh. It's looking like a pile of garbage. Alright, so why did he play bishop d3? He wants to... I don't know what he wants to do. Huh. Alright, well I have 4 minutes and 49 seconds on my clock. Gotta be a little quick. Another tough position. Let's play on king e2 or e7. I'm threatening rook h8, which would be a lot better if I had a dark squared bishop. But now his king, yeah, his queen's kind of boxed in a little bit now. So I'm going to play king e7, because if I can get in rook h8 here. Okay, so I don't think he saw, but his queen is trapped. And he's probably going to be very frustrated here. Obviously, knight c5 is a great move for him, but it came a little bit too early. He played it a little too early. So, in a really tough position, my opponent made an error playing pretty fast. And that's what happened to me earlier. I was playing too fast and I missed some tactics. Here, my opponent was playing too fast and he gave me some tactics. So let's see what he's trying to do here. His queen is still trapped. I think if I play queen d8, I am still completely fine. And his knight is just a lost cause. What's the best move, though? Do I just want to play Queen B5? I think then all he has is B3 to protect his knight. Rook takes H7. I think this is a decent move. Nah. Queen D8 looks more flexible. I wasted too much time on that. I got to start playing quick. Knight's going to come into C5, take the B pawn. So I got to be super aware of this. I should have played Queen B4, but we're okay because we're going to be up some material. On Knight C5, I'm going to play Rook B8. And, oh, no, I can play this. Knight A5 protecting B7, and here a pretty strong knight. C4. Okay, so he took the pawn. He's going to have a strong knight here, and that's what he's banking on. What do I have? Well, I can play Queen H5. If I push the pawn, I might be able to liquidate a little bit more. So I'm going to try and do that. I'm going to play Queen H5. Queen H5, maybe come in, attack his knight. Okay, so he plays here. So I'm going to want to try and trade this bishop for his knight. His knight is very strong. He's looking at pushing e4. To attack my queen and winning this pawn. Okay. What do I want to do? Bishop e7. He can move his knight to b3 or d3 right now. Yeah, he doesn't care because of his rook. Or because of my rook. I think I'll be able to get some liquidation out of this if I push. But I mean, it's also liquidation if I take, king attacks. And now what I'm thinking about is bishop to d6. I have 23 seconds left, so I have to move quickly. I don't know why he let me liquidate here. Because I am going to play here. And let's go here to try and liquidate some more. The queen should be able to hold here with a pawn advantage. I don't see how to do this just yet. But obviously I want to get to c6, get on the light squares, block these pawns. I have a check here available to me. I can also pin for a second. Let's see what he does after I pin. Do I break up this pawn mass? And I think the answer is yes. And one of these pawns is doomed. I got to be careful. If he pushes c6, oh no, I don't have to be careful. Yeah, I just play queen c5, and he can't do anything about it. He can't protect this pawn, so that was a bad pawn push. And now I should be okay. Because this A pawn is not going to be able to do much. I could even give him a check first if I want. Which I am going to do, see what he does. Nah, let's take first. Alright. So, once I get the A pawn, he's really going to have nothing left. So right now, okay, this looks like a bit of a problematic move for him. I have plenty of access to move around the board. This game will show why the queen dominates, or at least it should show why. I just have so much more mobility. And these checks get confusing too, so he might blunder. How does he handle this? So he just loses a pawn. And this is looking good for me now. If he goes king e3, I capture g3 with check, and probably f4 after that. And my queen's mobility is just way too strong for the rook. Okay, so give him a few more checks. I can capture this h3 pawn whenever. And I have more checks to deliver, so not too worried about the a pawn getting anywhere. Okay, so he's checking away. Or I mean, he's moving his pawns. He's pretty hopeless. Let's just not get too cocky. I have 32 seconds on my clock, so I still need to be moving. Moving and grooving. Should probably think about getting my king over to eat up these pawns. Trying to offer a draw, which is obviously pretty silly. So here he's going to want to play king f2. Oh, but he didn't. Okay, now I see what he's doing. I'm going to play queen e4, take a strong central post. And now I'm going to think about king over to attack these pawns. And that was a mistake on his part, because he just gave me some pawns. This is not a problem. Cutting off his king from protecting this pawn. And if I play queen a7 on the next move, yeah, this not looking good for him because I can grab this pawn with check too. Yeah, he lost. Alright, that was a good game. That was a fun one. Felt good to redeem myself after the game earlier. Let's take a look. I should really keep Lichess up because it takes so long to load. But yeah, I wanna review this game. I think I played pretty well. Kept it according to principle. I didn't get fancy. My opponent missed an important tactic of rook h8, and then he allowed me to trade my bishop for his knight, which he probably should not have done. Okay. Alright, now that we got the PGN, we'll go over to Lichess and take a look. All right. Yeah, so I've been playing d5 against d4 lately. He goes into the pretty standard approach that I normally see when I play d5. So this c3 move is a good move because with my c5, I'm intending to trade a c pawn for a d pawn, which is better for me because the d pawn is, they say, worth more. Central pawns are stronger. And both of us kept the tension in the center. And I think I was good up until here. I think this is the move. Yep. So I'm gonna go ahead and put a little mistake move there because he gained a tempo with this knight b3. And here. Okay, so now he's threatening a strong attack, but I stayed calm and I played this bishop to e7 because I knew it would protect the g pawn, which is probably pretty important in the grand scheme of this game. And here it's looking like white has a much more comfortable position, but I did notice that his queen had nowhere to go, and he kind of blew it. I think here my best move would be king or queen b4. Queen b4, queen takes, rook takes. And now he'd probably play b3, and I would probably play here, he'd play here, and yeah, and then I'd play this. Would I play that? Yeah, probably. Because even if here, I come here, and it's looking solid, but no. I would not play the knight there because then the rook comes in and dominates. Okay, but anyway, bad move, or not as good of a move with queen there. So was this the best move? How about b6 here? Now my bishop looks pretty strong, but this passed pawn could become a problem. Maybe not so much with my queen. He's got a light square bishop. I play queen d8, and this target, there's just too many pawn targets on this queen side, so I do think that this was the better way to play. But let's check out the game. I thought that h5 was a good access point for my queen to get anywhere on the board. I also could have played something like queen e2 maybe here. That avoids the coming pawn push of e4, which he did not end up playing. This was a good move. Maybe king d7 here, maybe. I don't know why I played this rook move. Yeah, I think king d7 is much stronger. Yeah, this looks a lot better right here. I don't know what I was thinking. I think I was too worried about... Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. Maybe I was worried about these f-pawns. Yeah, he allowed some more liquidation. That was all I really wanted. And I knew I had to get onto these light squares. I
think I did a good job in identifying my proper plan. And yeah, I needed to break up this pawn chain. I do believe that that was the correct plan, and a5 was the correct move. He knew he couldn't do anything about it, because if he breaks the pin, I capture. If he wants to get creative with this, I just capture. So yeah, and that's another thing. When he played, he has nothing. This c pawn is just, it's going. He has no way of protecting it. When he played this, say c6, thinking it was good, I just played here, queen c5, and from here on out, it was just a matter of making sure that my queen stayed mobile so that this pawn couldn't go anywhere, and destroying his kingside